Hey everybody, One of Wisdom here. Happy Easter. It is Easter Sunday. We have just introduced Excellent Weeruptor, and we're going to move on now to kind of his Easter counterpart, at least by way of the special packaging, and that is, of course, Power Punch Pet Vac. Now, I currently do not have Pet Vac. I have yet to see the Pet Vac and Breeze double pack there. I have seen Full Blast Jet-Vac with Pet Vac, but I've kind of held off doing that, so I'm going to wait. I try to get the mini 2-packs. It just makes more sense to me personally, especially when I've already got the characters. But we're going to pull Excellent Weeruptor, and we're going to throw down Power Punch Pet Vac.
Hawk and awe!
Oh, I like his little intro there at the grand finale. 9 Air Skylanders collected here. Now, I've never heard a lot of people really rave about the guy, but I have been a big Jet-Vac fan since Skylanders Giants when he debuted. Just like Terrafin was in SSA, Jet-Vac was totally unique. He remains unique with his blaster gun and the suction. He's got the flying corkscrew. He has a lot of unique elements, and apparently someone at Toys for Bob agrees with me because they continue to bring him back. He's had Light Core, he's had Legendary all the way back when he debuted in Giants, so that was cool. He's had Light Core, he's now got a Mini, and he's got an Alt-Deco of the Mini. Now the cool thing, if you get Pet Vac, he looks like the traditional Skylanders Giants Series 1 of Jet-Vac. However, Power Punch Pet Vac, not exactly. He's kind of got the gold, as you can see there in his artwork above his health meter. He looks more along the lines of Full Blast Jet-Vac, who instead of maintaining the traditional blue, silver, and black, kind of went with like a dark red and black, kind of like a Scarlet Raider type color. So, that said, this is Power Punch Pet Vac. His primary attack, we'll just go ahead and get it taken care of. It is the Vac Blaster, and it's got pretty decent range, 36 there. He seems a bit quicker than Excellent Weeruptor. Let's see what kind of range we can get. You can see there he's got really nice range out of this thing, especially for the Mini. So he's able to clear the river. 36, half of that is 18. That would be 54 if we could ever score a critical hit. It should. There we had one there, I think. I don't know if you saw it. I saw like a 4. You can rapid tap it and fire them off and still not get a critical hit. But just take my word for it, it would be 54. Secondary attack is actually the suction gun. Same concept here, but now you're able to just pull enemies in and it does damage. It's nothing we can showcase here. I'll get it introduced later on, but again, very nimble character, I have to say. He's got a very nice kind of like a I don't know, almost like a mobile game run going, you know, like a platforming temple run type animation going. Let's see here. Jump in the air. You can activate the suction gun while jumping, and you can also activate or shoot. I guess it's homing in right there. So yeah, that's pretty cool. If we're not facing an enemy, he shoots it more, you know, just in line with when I press the button. So at the peak of the jump, we're firing it off. However, when we're homed in on an enemy, note that it just kind of anchors out and goes in and does its job. So we'll come up here so you can get a better look at it, maybe see the gold a little bit better. And again, very quick. It's kind of got a funky little headshot there. But now my plan initially was to live stream this. I was going to live stream the introduction for Excellent Weeruptor and Power Punch Pet Vac, and then I was going to go ahead and I was going to upgrade them with you. One of my hesitancies on that is obviously I don't have Pet Vac, so I couldn't like do both of them. Other thing, my nephew and I streamed some Smash Bros earlier from the Wii U, and Twitch has had some issues, at least on my end lately. Their end of my end, I should say. And the video is apparently gone, so I can't even export that to YouTube. Obviously, I don't want to introduce these guys and have it be stream-only content. I wanted to export it over for everyone to see. So hence, here we are, late night Easter, and we are introducing them in our typical old style fashion. So there's a good look at him. We're going to come in here.
Oh, the sky's the limit!
Alright, so they kind of heightened the pitch of the voice and then I think sped it up a bit for Power Punch here. I guess Pet Vac would be the same way. Something that's interesting to me, Jet-Vac has the hyphen in his name and Pet Vac does not. and that's always kind of bothered me. I think I've mentioned it before. I don't know why that's the case. Power Punch Pet Vac, I thought maybe they'd put it in. They did not. So, Jet-Vac hyphen, Pet Vac no hyphen. I don't know. That's just the way it is. That said, let's take a look at his stats here, and that reminds me, I've got to get him entered into our spreadsheet of doom. Alright, so there's Pet Vac, who I do not have, so I've got to make a new slot here for Power Punch Pet Vac, or PPV, or Power Punch if you want to keep it shorter than that. His max health is 240, armor is 12, speed is 70. I can definitely tell that, like I mentioned, he seems significantly quicker than Excellent Weeruptor. Critical hit 20, elemental power, we're going to log that as 25. Now, for comparison, Full Blast Jet-Vac also 240. Armor on Full Blast is plus 18, 30 versus 12, same speed, critical hit plus 10 for Full Blast Jet-Vac. So Full Blast Jet-Vac slightly better, the plus 18 armor, plus 10 critical hit. Pet Vac versus Power Punch, we got 240 and 240. Let's see here, speed is 70 on each, 12 is armor, critical hit 20. So yeah, Power Punch Pet Vac again is just an Alt-Deco. It's a in-game variant, if you will. No statistical differences between the two. It's not like the Darks, Nitros, and Legendaries where you have pluses, and now in some cases minuses, and that's still mind-boggling to me. But for what it's worth, if you think Full Blast Jet-Vac looks awesome and that's why you like Power Punch Pet Vac so much, and you think, I don't know, should I get Pet Vac too? If you're on a budget or you're just going to pick one of the two, there is no incentive to go one way or the other based on stats, health, speed, armor, etc. So you can base it just on, hey, I prefer blue, or that red's really freaking awesome, I've got to go that route. Maybe you think that the packaging for the Easter will turn out to be more rare years down the line and you'd like to have that sealed still. Whatever you need to do, just know that you're not missing any statistical boosts. So, that said, we're going to back out. Take a look at his powers here. Now, again, same thing. You've got Power Punch there in the background, and then, of course, the artwork here is what you would see with Pet Vac. Note, though, to their credit, the artwork is for Mini. It is not for the full-size Skylander Eruptor previously, and then, of course, Jet-Vac here. So, Vac Blaster, as we showcased, 36 to 54 is what it was putting out. Press X to shoot enemies with a powerful blast of air. Then Suction Gun. Hold B to suck enemies into the spinning fan blades. If I remember correctly, you can just do that perpetually if you're so inclined. Obviously, it'll incinerate chompies, tougher enemies. You might not want to do that. You might want to switch back to your primary attack or something. These next four are base upgrades. We've got Feistier Fan. Bigger spinning fan blades on the Suction Gun do increase damage to the enemies. Now right here, this is cool. He gets his flight mechanic. It's the Jet-Vac, note the hyphen there, Jetpack. Press Y to fly and perform new attacks in the air. After that, we've got the Vac Blaster 9000. The Vac Blaster does increase damage. And then lastly, we've got the Turbine Suction Fan. This does change the fan aesthetically. Suction Gun attacks do even more increased damage. Now, depending on what route you want to go, you've got Bird Blaster. That's basically going to take the Vac Blaster and bump it up a notch. And then the bottom path is Vac Packeteer, and you're going to do two things. You're going to address secondary and tertiary, so you've got the suction side and you've got the flying aspect. So we're going to get started here though with the Bird Blaster path. Piercing Winds. Vac Blaster does even more increased damage and pierces multiple enemies. After that, we've got the Vac Master Blaster. Note the hyphen again, 20x. Vac Blaster does max damage again. Even more in max. Those are reasons why I do Skylanders Trap Team research. I want the solid numbers. After that, we've got Super Suction Air Blaster. Suck up enemies with the suction gun, and it gives the Vac Blaster a super shot. Down below, as mentioned, if you're so inclined, you can take the Vac Packeteer path. This is a big deal. This is kind of equivalent to like gill grunt when you get the water reserves, you know. This is tank reserves for Jet-Vac, or I guess Power Punch Pet Vac here. Can remain in flight longer and recharge faster. It's just about the equivalent of what you know and love from gill grunt. After that, we've got the Molter. This upgrades the suction gun. Suction gun attacks now do max damage. And lastly, and this is just kind of really cool because it's so unique, and if I remember right, it did decent damage too. While flying, press B to blast forward and perform a powerful corkscrew attack. Note that you do have to be flying first. You can't like double tap Y or something. You got to be tap Y here on the Xbox One. You're in flight, and then B. Obviously, doing this, having the tank reserves, comes in very handy. If you don't believe me, buy these first, and then save that for last. That said, his soul gem, it is on the lines of what we have with Slam Bam, you know, kind of like the aesthetic thing. It's Eagle Air battle gear, so some people may not like the visor. I don't know. If it's a green visor on Power Punch, that would actually be aesthetically objectionable. If it turns out to be like a smoked visor, that would be really cool, and it would be desirable. That said, enhanced armor and a pretty sweet visor. So we've got that to look forward to. As you know, speed or armor boost, that is what I'm all about. We'll back out of here. That is it. That is Power Punch Pet Vac again. Here, hopefully before too long, I can actually acquire Pet Vac, and then we can kind of, you know, tandem these guys and take one down the path and the other. How would I do that? I might be inclined to let Pet Vac take a Vac Packeteer in order to do the flying corkscrew, and then I would let Power Punch probably take the Bird Blaster path. So I don't know. I've already upgraded full blast Jet-Vac, so I can't like tie him into that just
when you're ready to learn about.
We will see. I'll do my best here shortly as soon as you know, stores have what I'm looking for, and maybe some new traps too. But that said, I'm gonna go ahead and get this video ended so we can make it upload to the internet machine a little bit quicker, and that way you can see it sooner. So like I said, with Excellent Weeruptor, hope everyone had a great Easter. Maybe you acquired this little guy today. If so, congrats. I hope you're enjoying him. Again, my apologies on my voice. I don't know what prompts people to mow on Easter Sunday, but apparently it's a popular thing to do. Me personally, I would think if you want to make the yard look nice and clean before Easter, one might do that Saturday, you know, or you could be like me and mow during the week, so you don't have to spend your weekend doing stuff, you know, that you don't really want to do. But I don't know, everyone seemed to want to mow today except us, and we're out hunting eggs, and subsequently I can't breathe well now. So that said, I hope you enjoy the video. If you do, leave a like, leave a comment. Be on the lookout for the upgrades that are coming very soon. This is pretty much everyone from Wave 4 has now been introduced, aside from the other minis, which again I have not seen. It took me forever to actually find Small Fry and Weeruptor, believe it or not. And then of course when I did that, I finally went ahead and picked up Drobit and Trigger Snappy. And I couldn't find the Fire guys at Toys R Us ever, so I didn't even get them on sale, which sucked. But GameStop had been being pretty good to me, helping me out with some amiibos and stuff. So, that said, I am on the lookout for Breeze and Pet Vac. We'll see what we can't make happen there. It would kind of be cool to custom paint Breeze and make it look like Polar Whirlwind, I'm not going to lie. Thought has crossed my mind. But hopefully you didn't plan to make Pet Vac look like Full Blast Jet-Vac, because Power Punch kind of does that for you. All you'd really have to do to him is, I think, kind of like rework the gold there, which, as you know, I'm not a huge fan of gold. Doesn't look bad on him though, you got to admit. But I think like a silver or a black chrome would look way cooler. So I don't know. Something I've had a few people here lately ask if I was going to get back to the custom painted Skylanders. As I told them, I believe in a stream, the good news is I've already got a few done. I just need to make the videos. I've been saving that. Currently, there's way too much going on. Wave 4 and some upgrade vids I need to get taken care of and stuff. So that said, for myself and Power Punch Pet Vac, thanks so much for watching. Again, most important thing, I hope you had a great Easter and got to spend some time with your family, had some fun this weekend. So it kind of sucks you have to go back to work and school on Monday. You know, we kind of got a late wrap up on everything we were doing, and then it's like, you know, my nephew has to go to school, and then I go back to work, and just kind of sucks. You know, we should have like a good Monday or something, you know, and just make it a good time for everybody. But I'll quit rambling here, and Power Punch will. That's a cool little intro there. Let's go ahead and watch that again. We'll bail off this way. Da-da-dun. Alright, so bonus content there for you. But like I said, most important thing, if you want Power Punch Pet Vac, my advice to you is to pick him up this week. From what I've seen online from the official Skylanders feeds, it's looking like he's a limited time deal. Could he show up later? Absolutely. Will he for certain? Who knows? So if you want him, get him now. Don't wind up thinking you need to pay scalpers more money later. If you're trying to hold out for a sale, you can. But if it's something that you really want, just go ahead and pay the, you know, whatever it is, $9.99, and secure it and rest easy and enjoy it. So I will leave it at that. Again, thanks so much for watching, and I will catch y'all back here as we are going to upgrade Mr. Shortcut. He has been a heavily requested upgrade, so we're going to trigger that one up, then we'll drop in on Bat Spin, and then I will go off to Echo. So now you know what's coming your way. Probably fit in some villainography in there as well. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you check out the Skylander Club forum, SkylanderClub.com. Follow me on Twitch. Once I get these Wave 4 upgrades done, we're going to move back into, I believe, Chapter 14. So you won't want to miss that. Hopefully by then Twitch has resolved their issues. That's another reason I didn't stream that tonight. But be on the lookout for that personal site, oneofweasel.com. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Hopefully none of you were out hunting Easter eggs and had everyone within a 5-mile radius of you mowing a mini for the first time this year, which is fantastic. But that said, thanks so much for watching. Hope y'all had a great Easter.